Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Macho Libre, and I'm here to tell you about the next build in the Forbidden series, which is my Forbidden Hammer build. Let's get into it, alright? Okay, so in order to build a Forbidden Hammer build where you don't have to dodge, alright, you start out with History's Burden, Berserker Cell, Parasitic Cell, Mighty Landbreaker will be your special. Extended Clip, obviously this is more useful for the normal hammer. You wouldn't use Antique Clip because this is more for the Molten Edict, but the Extended Clip will basically make sure that you can prime all your attacks while also making good use of your Mighty Landbreaker. And your bond will be the Valamir's Burden. Now you can use the Break of Dawn as well, which is the Razakiri's Hammer, but the Valamir's Burden actually works better because if you your radiant attack charges quite frequently and you can actually dish out a lot of additional damage with this. Plus Aether Hunter is actually quite useful. Alright, your Omnicell will be Iceborne, and your Skarn's Defiance will be your Lantern with an Etheric Attunement cell. Alright, you will have a Nasher Cap for the Tenacious and a defensive slot for Sturdy. You will also have the Boreal Resolve for a Sturdy cell. This is to give you the total of +6 Sturdy. You have the Boreal Might as your gloves with a Rage cell. And you will have the Nasher Treads with an Overpower cell. You can actually replace this with either Aether Hunter or Rage Hunter if you feel that that is better for you. But honestly, Overpower is pretty good. Okay, so what does this build give you overall? Let's have a look at it. Also, hold up, to that person that told me that I need to remove my beautiful head, well, listen, I will not be doing it because of you. I'm doing this because I actually do this in every single video. Anyway. Okay. With the +6 Rage, you will have 20% additional damage if you ever take damage. And you will be taking damage with this quite frequently because you're literally standing through behemoth attacks. So Rage, very useful for all forbidden builds as well as all the no dodging builds. Rage is your friend. Sturdy, every 5 seconds you will not be staggered by the behemoth attack. So a behemoth could whack you and you will not be knocked back. This means you can attack through behemoth attacks, and that is the key to the whole build. Alright, you've got Tenacious, because with this particular build you will have a total of 1,200 hit points. You will be getting an additional 24% baseline damage, which is useful. You've got Aether Hunter, which comes natural from the Valamir's Burden. You get 20% damage versus an Aether Charged Behemoth. If they go Aether Charged, you can go ham. Etheric Attunement, excuse me, morning allergies. But you can basically cool down your Lantern faster. +3 Berserker. This one is to basically up your baseline damage. And you've got a +3 Overpower. Again, as you stagger a Behemoth, you do more damage. Parasitic is to keep you alive. Again, you can actually swap out Parasitic if you want. It's really an up to you kind of thing. Alright. I've also got +3 Toughness to offset the Berserker. If you don't want to offset the Berserker, you could probably get a little more damage in like an extra Overpower or whatever. But the problem is that if you do that, your Tenacious will do slightly less damage and you may have less overall survivability. So for me, I prefer it this way. I always like to offset Berserker with a Toughness cell, and that just helps me maintain a very strong build. But you don't have to believe me. I'm about to show you this build in action. But before that, if you don't want to see the combat showcase, you can like, share, and subscribe right now. You can also drop a tip via the link in the description of the video. And yes, Macho Libre will be coming to stream. You can actually activate this for just 4,000 points. It'll be available over the next week and forever after that. But I mean, for the next week, it's at a special price of only 4,000 channel points. So very easy to earn. And you will see me wear my Rey Mysterio mask on stream. Okay, let's actually get into the combat showcase, and I will show you how this build functions in action. So this is the build that helped me get the hammer to 10 reforges, because it was, for me, it was difficult to play up till this point. I'm sorry, Yuito. I am not interested in joining you. We'll go to Ulrich's Peak, which is about a 6 to 9 area. Now, with these builds, right, unlike with my normal builds, you will not see me go to areas that are like 7, 8 levels higher. And the reason is because with this particular build, what you're aiming at, what you are... Oh, James does work quite easy. What you are aiming at is you are actually aiming to... You are actually... Oh, who's this rude-ass person trying to invite me to stuff? Go the hell away. Alright, don't bother me. Anyway, so what you're trying to do with this particular build, right, is that you are basically taking the weak point of the hammer, which is the slower swings, alright, and completely eliminating that so you can dish out maximum damage, stagger the behemoth at a regular pace, and at the same time, you will be able to completely destroy most of your opponents while not worrying too much about getting destroyed yourself. I'm going to show you how this works in action right now. Alright, let's go. Okay, so with the hammer, what you would like to do is, as you're running in, okay, activate your Mighty Landbreaker. Now this is only a level 6 strat, so it's not a serious threat, it's one of the weakest threats. You'll see how fast we destroy it. Like, you literally don't have to worry about whether a behemoth attacks you, just make sure you're catching up to it. Alright, and you know, the only downside is that you may miss your attacks when you stagger it, because the behemoth may have a flail animation. Like this Drask, you know, it likes to pretend like it can go all around the place. Basically, just keep destroying the behemoth like that. Just whack away. You don't have to worry about getting hit or anything, because why? Even if you take a hit, you will lifesteal it right back, and it's of no relevance to you, because the more hits you take, the more your rage activates, the more everything activates. You see, even if it goes in rage, right, all you're doing is you won't get knocked back by the attack. And I mean, okay, if you get attacked again within 5 seconds, you will be knocked back, but you gain a damage boost, so what are you even worried about? You see what I mean? Alright, so that Drask is dead. You just move on to the next creature, like whatever the hell it is. So that is with a level 1 hammer, by the way. So you're taking on a behemoth about 5 levels higher than you, and you'll notice that my hit points are full. I have no trouble taking on something higher level than me. It doesn't matter. It's very easy to do. Alright. This build requires very little effort and very little skill as well, because you can just stand next to the behemoth and attack. And if you're not sure about interrupt patterns, things like that, it doesn't matter, because look, what is it gonna do? What's it gonna do? Hit you with an attack? You can just hit it right back. Alright, so don't worry about like whether you can interrupt attacks or things like that. No, just go through. Like, if you have to dodge, you can. It's not like you can't dodge if you don't want to. The only reason I dodged there was because I took a hit during the cyclone by accident. I was supposed to dodge through the cyclone and then just strike it during the interruptible attack, but sometimes that's not possible, so that's okay. Again, just keep in mind that this is a level 9 strike. You have a level 1 Warhammer right now, and even if it goes enrage, none of that matters. You will just shatter your way through whatever behemoth comes your way. And jump and use your Mighty Landbreaker, much like in the hammer tutorial. If you ever need to charge up your Landbreaker again, I'll also send out my usual icicle whenever my hit points are full, just to dish out some additional damage. And remember, your Valamir's Burden will keep charging, so you don't have to worry about that. Just let it constantly charge as you fight, and the extra damage will be there. Prime your attacks properly before each swing, so you're dishing out the maximum damage. Sometimes you will whiff a bit, but that's okay, because again, you're not worried. Like, even if it goes in rage, what's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? It's just gonna sit there and die. That is literally how this build is played. You don't have to be concerned about behemoth attacks. You don't have to be concerned about what's gonna come your way. Just swing your hammer through everything and everything will die. Okay, level 7 Drask. Now, as you go up in levels, you will see the efficiency of this build getting even higher and higher. I already managed to stagger it with just a couple of swings right there. I have no ammo on my hammer, but at this point it doesn't matter. I've already used the Mighty Landbreaker. you'll see the value of the overpower as well starting to come in when you're heavily staggering all opponents, like when you have your rage and everything. You see, it's so easy to get to that stagger state. It is literally so easy. You can activate your lantern and everything, and you see the level 7 Drask is almost dead already. Even if it swings and swipes around, what is it gonna do? Again, what is it gonna do? It's just gonna die. Alright, so there you go, ladies and gents. Very simple and easy to use. Alright, no problems there. Hope you enjoyed this showcase, and the next forbidden weapon will be coming very soon, so enjoy that. Alright, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hope you will see Macho Libre more often as well. You can drop a tip via the link in the description of the video if you want to feed me, support my streams, support my content. Alright, all of those tips are basically what helps me eat. So thank you very much if you decide to do this. It's currently my only income. Alright, let's move to the tipper page. Aha! I bet you thought the mask was going to stay on, but it isn't. Alright, thank you to July's top tippers. Thank you to Bravo7910, Idget751, Breachinator, Sean, Loose Graves, Druzy, GG, Vamps. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the tips this July. Keep it up. And just know that I appreciate you. Alright, look at this red mark from the nose. It squishes my nose a bit, but I really love that mask. It's super fun to wear. Anyway, I will see you all on the next one. Enjoy the vid. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, and you know, all that jazz. And the next build will be coming very soon.